Alright, hey y'all. Today's objective is finding slope. So we've been talking about slope and I've shown you how to count slope. And today we're just going to go over a few more cases and I have to show you the slope formula. So again, slope is rise over run. And there are two ways you can find slope. If you have the graph, which we've done a little bit of that, it's called counting. And you're going to count the rise over the run and you have to pick 2 points. So I'm going to show you how to pick 2 points and count rise over run. The formula for slope is this, in orange. I hope you can see that. Y1, and this is not to the first power. This is a subscript, not an exponent. So it's y sub 1 minus y sub 2. It's kind of like saying y number 1 minus y number 2 over x number 1 minus x number 2. X sub 1 minus x sub 2. And you'll hear me call them y1, y2, x1, x2. And again, you have to have 2 points. So today's lesson, I'm going to show you both how to do the counting and how to do the formula for slope. Alright, so example 1, counting slope. Again, a rise over run, and don't forget that you have to reduce. You have to reduce your ratio. So A, make sure you pause these and copy them down. A is a line through the origin. It's a straight line through the origin, so it's a proportional graph, and you have to pick 2 points. It doesn't matter what 2 points you pick, you just need to pick 2 points. So for us, it's easy to pick the origin, 0, 0, and you can pick any of these. So I'm just going to pick the 2 closest points, and you count rise over run. So the first thing we do is to go from here to here. That means we're going to go up 1. So I've just traveled up 1. And then I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. So notice I went up 1 and over 3. So my slope is 1/3. You could pick any 2 points you wanted. You could pick this point and this point. So let me show you. If I wanted to go from here to here, I would go up 1, 2. And then I would go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when we reduce, we still get 1/3. And so the slope is 1/3. You just have to pick 2 points and you count rise over run. Let's do another example. Here we have another proportional graph, goes through the origin, the straight line, and this is positive. So I'm going to pick 2 points. I'm going to pick the origin, and it doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick these 2 points. So I'm rising, so 1, 2, and then I'm going over 1. And then 2 over 1. What is 2 divided by 1? Let's reduce, and we get 2. So my slope is 2. I could pick any 2 points. I could pick these 2. So if I wanted to pick these, I could pick these 2. I would go up 2, 1, 2, and then over 1, which is 2. So rise over run means you count up and then over. Alright, so more counting now. Notice these lines, a couple of things. These are downhill lines, so that means my slope is going to be negative because they're going down. And also, they do not go through the origin. Notice, not through the origin, not through the origin. So you still have to pick 2 points and you still count. So let's do C. You can pick any of the 2 points. I'll just pick these 2. And I know that it's going to be negative, so I'm going to go ahead and put my negative sign there. And I'm going to go down, looks like 1. And then I have to go over 1, 2. And then if I want to double check, it looks like I go down 1, and then over 2, down 1, over 2. So my slope is negative 1/2. Down 1, over 2, down 1, over 2. Example D is also a negative, so I'm going to go ahead and put my negative. And I'm going to count my rise over run. You could pick any 2 points. So let's pick these 2. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. and then over 1. And if I want to double check, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. And negative 3 over 1 is just negative 3. That is my slope, negative 3. And again, I counted rise over run. So you either go up or down, and then you go left or right. And if it's negative, that means your line's going to be going downhill. Whoops. So now let's look at the formula. Example 2, part 2 of today's lesson. Let's look at the formula. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And remember I told you we had to pick 2 points. So I've kind of worked some of these out for you already. Example A, we have 2 points, A and B. Point A is 2, 3, and point B is 7, 6. Now you see up here in pink, purple, green, and orange, I just write down real quick, x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is the first x coordinate, the first y coordinate. This is the second x coordinate and the second y coordinate. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Then here's my formula. So I just put it into my formula. Uh-oh, got scratched. So y1 is this one, 3. So that's where I put it, y1. Minus y2, which is orange. x1 is this one, minus x2, which is 7. Uh-oh. I don't know why I put 5. Oh, where's my green marker? Sorry. 7. Maybe I put 5 because that was the answer. So again, if you missed it, rewind it and watch it back. I just put all of my numbers into the formula, and then I subtract 3 minus. Spider! Oh my God! Okay. I'm really sorry, but that was a big spider in the stack. Oh my goodness! Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta get a tissue. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah, I don't even want to touch it. Okay. I'm going to scoot it over there. Oh, that was a big spider. Oh. And if Jordan is watching this video, Jordan knows I do not like spiders. Okay. I can't even focus. My heart is racing. I have a stack of Case 21 test booklets, and a spider just crawled out of them because I threw that marker down. Okay, so we subtract 3 minus 6. If you need a calculator, type in your calculator. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 2 minus 7 is negative 5. We cannot have negative on the top and bottom, so it comes to 3/5 is our slope. So m equals 3/5, and that would be our slope. Here's another example for you to look at. Notice I color-coded all of them, and I put them into my formula. y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. And now, 1 minus 2 is negative 1, 2 minus 0 is 2, and our slope is negative 1/2. That is how you use the formula. Oh, I'm still like out of breath. Okay, this video might be long because I had some complications. So more formula examples. Here's my formula. So the first thing you do is you label, this is x1, y1, x2, y2, and then you put them into your formula. y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. And then you figure it out. You can use a calculator. 5 minus 2 is 3. Negative 2 is negative 3. And 3 over negative 3 would reduce to negative 1. So my slope is negative 1. Alright, here are 2 more points, u and v. All right, so we label them x1, y1, x2, y2, and then I put them into my formula. So 2 minus negative 2, x1, 1 minus negative 2, and then 2 minus negative 2, you touch that twice and you get 4, touch that twice and you get 3, and that is simplified, so my slope is 4/3. Remember, no mixed numbers, leave it improper. Alright, and our last one. These are some special cases that you need to know. And the two special cases for lines, because we've always talked about diagonal lines, we haven't talked yet about horizontal and vertical. So horizontal lines. Here is an example. This purple line is horizontal. If you have a horizontal line, how much are you rising or how much are you going down? Is this line on an incline or is it on a decline? It's neither. It's just straight across. So that means your slope is 0. Alright, that means your slope is 0. And let me show you using points. x1, y1, x2, y2. So if you have the formula, these are 2 points. Negative 4 minus negative 4 over 0 minus 2. And negative 4 minus negative 4, if you were to touch those twice, you would get 0 over negative 2, which is 0. So see, this is the y coordinates are the same. That means it's a horizontal line, and your slope is 0 for a horizontal line. That is just a special case you need to know. For a horizontal line, your slope is 0. It's a little different for a vertical line. For a vertical line, looks like this. Your slope is called undefined. Undefined. That's because when you have a vertical line, you can't have a vertical line. Like you can't ride your bike up a vertical line. If you're riding your bike, you can ride your bike along a straight road. But if you get to a wall, you cannot ride your bike up a wall. And so it's undefined. And then here are some points. x1, y1, x2, y2. So 5 minus 7 and 3 minus 3 would give you negative 2 over 0. You cannot divide by 0. Try it. Take your calculator out on your phone and try to type in negative 2 divided by 0. It gives you an error. And so whenever you have 0 on the bottom, it is undefined, which is the same as that. So there's a difference between having 0 on the bottom and having 0 on the top. And these are special cases, but tomorrow we're going to practice counting slope and using the slope formula, and we'll practice that in class.